So, today we are going to be talking about this lunar moon that is approaching our way in eclipse form this, what is it? Is it going to be Sunday, the 21st of 2019 in January, our first month. We are just getting started and we got a whole eclipse headed our way. And guess what? Guess what this moon is called, boo? I got notes for y'all. I got it all set up. Okay, do your research before you out here just producing and projecting information that may be misconceived, misinformed, or false in representation. So I definitely have a few credible sites that I have looked out for. There's a lot of the astrological sites that are online, various websites, but most of my information comes from textbook, a lot of witchcraft books, astrological books that are in definition telling you precise information that is fact and scientific. So anywho, this moon is called a super blood full moon. Oh my god! What does that mean? Like, what's gonna happen? What's going on in the world? I don't even know. It's so much. There's so much energy happening right now. It's ultimately a shift. We have shedded all that is unnecessary, destructive, ill beneficial to our health, and ultimately we are becoming challenging. We are becoming progressive in challenging ourselves and letting ourselves grow, opening up our emotions, our actions, our behaviors, our attitudes. So with that being said, this full moon is a super blood wolf moon, wolf hinting that it is a time of unity, expression, individuality, at the same time of being in unity, allowing yourself to still be embodied, expressed, intuitive, and outspoken in order for others to relate to you and gain your perspective. So this moon will also appear a lot larger than it typically does in the sky, especially if you're on the north sides of the hemisphere. And there's going to be a red orb or hue that is going to extrude and project from the moon itself onto each and every energy and being that is here on planet Earth. So ultimately, in unification, we're all experiencing a shift, which is beautiful. I think it's definitely time. We need that with our government and with ourselves and with our nature and our ecological and economical systems, even our agriculture. Like, we need to be more aware of the food and the consumption of all the elements around us, our air, our water, our earthbound elements, what we're burning, what we're releasing, the toxic fumes and fuels into our earth realm, into our universal system. Like, come on, yeah. We gotta do better. So with that being said, we are in Leo. That is the planetary system that we are going to be in with this full blood super wolf moon. And with that being said, Leo is not going to be the prime influence in our changes. It's actually going to be the planet Uranus. And Uranus is in square of Mercury. Okay, y'all, it's all layered. This means that Uranus is ultimately, just by itself, is infecting uncertainty. It brings an anxiety, a lack of understanding into our life, chaos, confusion, disconnect. In Uranus, that's square in Mercury, means that there is also uncertainty in communication skills. Since Mercury is a planet that represents forms of communication, conversation, mutual intelligibility, right? So in Uranus, at this time, we're going to be feeling confused about our relationships with people and our conversations with them, how we interact with people, why are people choosing to react in the ways that they do, their initial reactions, their post reactions, what people are projecting in body language. It's all either misinterpreted, miscommunicated, or ultimately misconceived. So there's a lot of emotion disconnect, communication disconnect, and just ultimately uncertainty in oneself and purpose. It's a fast-paced time. We're going to be viewing ourselves in like a movie scene. It's gonna be a lifetime. Basically, this full moon in this month, it's gonna fly by like a movie. Everything's gonna shift. We're gonna be experiencing new energies, new people, new events, new challenges within ourselves and within our environment and our careers, all of that good stuff. It's going to be new beginnings, basically. A shed of what has not... Let me step back. I'm just getting ahead of myself. So basically, let me go about my list. So with that being said, the sun is going to be a helping aid in our healing process through this time. The sun is going to allow us to gain confidence in ourselves as well as strength in order to make progression in that healing process. With that being said, the sun can bring in a new friend. We can have a new support system. There will be new events that'll happen to elevate us. And at the same time, there is disconnect and despise in that friend or that event. There can always be an off balance of the good and the bad. There is always going to be something or someone that is envious of you, what you're doing, and what you present and promote in the world. And that is a person that you have to be cautious of. Don't necessarily focus your intentions or energy on them, but be aware of them. And there are going to be a lot of those envious friends in writing that may come into your life. And they're short-lived friendships at this point in this full moon. If you make a lot of new friends, those friendships aren't necessarily going to last more than a year or a few months. It's just going to be necessary friendships in the time being for personal growth or social experience. And there's also going to be health loss. So if you're getting sick, you're going to have a lot of ill health. It's not going to be an easy route for you to heal yourself naturally like you usually would around different seasons of the year, especially since we are still in winter. It's a time of cold and frisk air, elemental projection. This earth is definitely a surprise, a blessing, and sometimes, I don't like to say curse, that's a bad word to me, but definitely a lesson, I guess. A lesson. With that being said, the challenges that we will face is uncertainty, rebellion from this new moon, anxiety about the future, mood swings are going to be inevitable to control from everybody and anybody, especially if you're experiencing them from your family or any of your boyfriends, girlfriends, husband, wives, relationships that you have with people, intimate, social, business for, or business like career for. It's all because, sorry, I lost my space. It's all because of this moon. We are all experiencing these energies shifting, and we're starting to bring out the tension and the anger that is built up within us, and it's time to release that in order to feel healthy and better. And with that being said, we have impulsive reactions, and our love life and relationships are the most affected. We are either gaining or losing a lot. And our emotional state is primarily affected. Out of our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual states, it is our emotional state that is primarily affected with this full blood moon. So be careful and cautious of your thoughts and what you project and what other people project on you and what you consume from them. Notice that it is up to you to have a positive attitude, a positive reflection of what you are, who you are, and what you want to be. So don't let other people's thoughts or actions influence your self-worth or implicit thought on your purpose on earth. That being said, there are blessings that will arise within this time. So watch out for new opportunities. There's going to be a lot of self-control. You'll notice yourself flourish into more organized and experimental and expressional ways. you're going to be more adaptable. It's time to adapt to where you are, what you're doing, to settle in, to be grounding, to allow your root chakra to connect with this world and to be more in love with yourself, in love with Mother Nature, the universe, humankind, plant species. It's all in connection. It is a time to break free from the past. Anything that has been detaining you from mental and physical or spiritual growth within the past 6 months is going to diminish from your mind, your memory, and your subconscious. It is a time to release all that is hurt you, all that has hurt you, all that has negatively impacted you into a change. Breaking free. It's all done. You're done with that bullshit. It's no more. You're not worrying about that relationship that you used to have that was shitty, that you broke up from. That heartbreak is done, boo. Where'd it go? Not in my aura, not in my presence. Okay. You're definitely going to reflect a positive mentality. It is a time to regain and reaffirm your position and your status in life, what you stand for and what you present. And embody your body, embody your mind, and embody your spirit. It is a time to actually interact with yourself. You will be hypersensitive and extremely and expertly observant at this time of year, at this moment in the moon phase. You are going to notice things that are not healthy for you and start to shed them and let them go. It's going to be a lot easier for you to pick up on what's not healthy for you right now in your life. And it's going to be up to you to either let it go or keep it around. And if you decide to keep it around, you're definitely going to notice the repercussions within the next 6 months of your life. Done. Like, that's in stone. So your decisions on what you do matter. Definitely don't make up new ideas at this time. It's not a time for creativity. It's not a time to experience new sexual encounters. It's time to explore the ones that are already there. That's that. Explore. And so I have some tips on what you're supposed to do during this full moon and what you're not supposed to do during this full moon. Okay. So we're going to start with what not to do. So you know what not to do during this full blood super wolf moon. Okay. So, 1, do not make sudden changes in your life right now, okay? Because you will reap the benefits. You will reap them, literally. It is a time to explore the ideas that you've already crafted before coming into the new year. So the new year resolution that you had already manifested, it is time to act on that, to explore that manifestation in itself alone. Experience new sexual encounters. These are things you're not supposed to do. Like, do not craft new ideas. Like, do not make up a new project, business plan, social media account, Tinder, get into a new relationship. It is not time to create. It is a time to be explorative of what is already there. So do not create at this time in this full moon presence, because it's going to backfire and it's not going to be your best work and your best performance. Okay, so mote it be all your good energy.